Canva. It's an interesting topic when it comes to any pet industry business owner because often many of us have or do use a graphic design tool like Canva, Adobe Spark, etc. Now, what I wanted to really deliver in this training is helping you understand some pointers on when to use it and when not to use it. Because it can be great software, any kind of graphic design software, but sometimes it works against you and other times it works for you. So knowing the difference of, hey, when is a good time to use this professional looking graphic design software and when is not, is what I want you to have a better understanding about by the end of this training. So the first thing I'll mention before I get into a slide is, something called advertising blindness. Now, what it essentially means is where people who are accustomed to seeing a lot of ads start to kind of recognize something that looks like an ad really quickly and then disengage with it. So on Facebook, for instance, we can determine if something is an ad really quickly by how it looks and or our brain recognizing the little thing where it says sponsored. So, for example, we'll just kind of glance through and go to the next thing. Why does this matter? Well, this matters because if your content, your regular content, looks like an ad, people are going to be unintentionally conditioned to scroll past it. You're going to have a higher probability of them not engaging, liking, commenting, or even reading your posts if it looks like an ad. However, there's times where we want stuff to look professional and like an ad. So I'll get into what that looks like. So in any event, what I'm going to begin or continue with, I guess you could say, is I'm going to share a little bit of the do's and don'ts for this. Now, it might take a second for my screen to load here. There we go. All right, my body's in the way. But in any event, some do's, okay? Great thing to use Canva for is making professional physical marketing materials. What do I mean? Business cards, rack cards, or brochures. Another option is, uh, well, that's good enough. Next piece is, making graphic design for your social media cover photo. So think of, you can use Canva in any capacity you want, but I'm going to tell you there's costs and benefits of each way. But like a great way to use Canva is for your social media cover photo or your social media like logo, etc. Something that's going to be affixed and it's going to stay there. Another example is for helping design paid digital ads or print ads. Another alternative is for helping design professional looking handouts to fulfill on stuff that you give for your clients. So that might be, hey, you give some kind of promotional material or doggy homework or a report card or whatever. You want it to definitely look on brand and professional. Now, the times to say no to Canva is for social media posts, if you actually want anyone to see them, if it's not an ad. Now, it doesn't mean I never use Canva or some kind of thing like that, but if my intention is to get a lot more eyes on my content on social media that is just organic, it's not a paid ad, what I want to do is use what frameworks Facebook already has. So something like, asking a question on a nice Canva background will work less effectively than if you just use Facebook's own internal, highlighted background colored drop where it says in big letters if you were to ask a question. So use Facebook stuff more often than not. And if you want like your regular day-to-day content to actually get to eyes, which will help you, get more likes, more comments, and ultimately clients, I would suggest, I would advise against it, not using Canva or any other graphic design software to create content. Use what Facebook has in front of you and it will reach more eyes. Now, you don't have to believe me. It's okay. I understand. Who's this guy? But what I'll show you has been my experience, and you can just look at your own social media profiles and see how Canva versus non-Canva posts, even on similar content, have worked. I've looked at so many social media pages that I absolutely with certainty can say that most often Canva-based marketing that is organic doesn't really get much engagement and or anything. So if you don't have any engagement, likes, comments, shares, etc., then your reach is limited. So not many eyes will actually see your content. So that's why we want to, ensure that we're meeting people where they're at, and so they see our content. So I'll share another screen to give you some specific examples of, for instance, how I've used Canva in the past. And I did for years. Not Canva, I used it was Adobe Spark, but same premise. Okay. So this is 2019. So it's a while ago. But this nice looking post, dog training, kind of just giving people a heads up. Hey, you should probably get your puppy in to see a groomer before it actually needs to be groomed. We've got like 10 engagements. Okay. I got another one here, just basic stuff, 11 engagements. Like anything 10 and below is like tiny. So we have an audience on our business page of like over 3,000 people, followers, likes, whatever. And to get this amount of engagement is incredibly low. Here's another one, 16. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I say really, because no one's going to see it anyways. This is kind of neat and helpful. Hey, proactive training versus reactive training, and give some examples. Doesn't matter because no one saw it. Five likes. Like out of over 3,000 people, barely any of my audience saw it. So even if it looks really good and it's super beneficial to people, they might not see it. So we want to tailor our content to get more eyes on it using some of Facebook's internal stuff. And I'll show you that in a moment. So same deal here, 11. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to a different screen, and I'm going to show you where we used on our business page, like a few weeks ago, a Canva style, backdrop here for talking about a class. So, hey, it's back, our outdoor walkings and manners class. Now, I have a team, and this was one of what my team members did. She's amazing. Love her inspiration, and everything she does. But what I'll just show you is using Canva, this was the result. So out of 3,000, I think it's 32 or 3,500, we got 4 engagements and 275 impressions. Okay. Just use that as a baseline. 2 comments. Now, if we scroll down a few days before, here is a post that's pretty boring looking. Who has a 7-month or older pup that you'd like help with recall, healing, and staying around distractions without getting frustrated or embarrassed? Okay, so now we had 30 comments, a share, and 13. So let's see the insights. Okay, so from 4 to 124 engagements, and impressions, it was like 400% more. I think it was 250 on the other one. This one's over 1,000. This is all organic. It's not paid, right? Naturally, when you post on your business page, everything is going to fall a little bit shorter versus where you'd like it to be, because ultimately Facebook would love if you paid for an ad. But like there are ways we can help, use the algorithm in our favor instead of against us. And for example, this is essentially what we would be doing in our outdoor class, is working on healing, staying, and recall around distractions. But we just phrased it in a little bit of a different way, where people are like, oh, I'd love to learn more about how you could help me with that. And this is a little bit deeper marketing, but like this worked 4 times better at minimum, right? Versus this other one that was pretty and Canva style had nothing. It was crickets. So that's just one example of how, switching up your messaging a little bit could significantly improve, your engagement, or people inquiring about, your particular services. Another thing to kind of further reinforce why I feel like it's a really good idea to use Canva style in certain regards, because you want to come across professional and you want to look like you are an expert in the industry, obviously only if you are. So you want to make sure that your business cards and your ads and all these kinds of things are top notch. With saying that, when you are scrolling through Facebook and you see those sponsored ads, they look really professional. But and that's good, because they can be put in front of you 5, 10, 15, 20 times, in a day or a week, depends on what the ad is. But let's just say, for instance, one ad I might see 4 times in one day. Well, if you're doing organic, you only have one shot for the people to see your post. So you can't, like, having it be professional it's not going to show up back and forth in front of their eyes. So that's why, to have the highest probability of someone actually reading it, you want it to be formatted in a similar way that everyone else is posting. So I just can't really reinforce that enough. And like I said, you don't have to believe me. Go and test it yourself and see what happens. The last piece I'll kind of mention that is, if you're not really sure how to market without using Canva, like literally comment marketing on this video, and I can give you some more tips on how to get more comments, likes, and shares, without spending any time on Canva, to ultimately get some more sales. And then PS, if you found any value in this training, please comment anything else to let me know that I should continue making trainings like these. And that would help me so I can continue to help you. And then also it would allow for more people to actually see this message. Other than that, have a great day. Have any questions? Obviously, there's a comment section. Bye.